All right, so if you did your ashes ritual last week and you got your gift kit from the church, then the first week what you're going to find is a practice called the 5-finger prayer and the finger labyrinth. So, Estelle, did you know that you can pray using your 5 fingers to remind you of the things to pray for? So when you pray, you start with your thumb and see where's your thumb when you're praying, whether your hands are folded or in prayer.
You do this.
Where's your thumb?
Near you. Like
Yeah,
at your
closest.
heart.
Yeah, almost like aiming right at your heart, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So your thumb can remind you to pray for those who are closest to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your index finger.
Index.
And what do you usually use this for?
Pointing up.
Right? So your index finger reminds you to pray for people who give you direction, like teachers and coaches and healthcare workers and Dr. Fauci, therapists and first responders. And then your middle finger, look how your middle finger looks compared
It's the
to
tallest.
others. Yeah, it sticks out above the others, right? So that's your reminder. Go ahead.
Middle finger. Pray for leaders in government, business, the church.
Yes. So for your leaders, like government business, so like the mayor or the governor or the president or your pastor or your moderator or
your mom or dad.
yeah, if they're your leader, yes. Okay, now your ring finger is interesting. How strong is your ring finger?
It's like for marriage, so it's kind of strong.
It's strong in what it represents, but it's actually your weakest finger. Did you know that?
No.
So we remember when we use by our ring finger, we remember, who do we remember?
To pray for those who are sick, vulnerable, and most in need.
Yes. And then the last thing that you want to pray for, the
This
little one
one.
on the end, what do you pray for when you get your pinky finger?
Pray for yourself and your own needs.
Yes. So there's a little handout that reminds you of that. And then there's also,
The finger labyrinth.
yes, a finger labyrinth. Isn't that neat? So what do you do with your finger labyrinth, Estelle?
Use your finger to trace the path slowly. Pray quietly or out loud as you go. You can pray for others or yourself. You can pray with words or without words.
Yeah, so it's this practice that gives you something that's not hard to focus on, so that with the rest of you, you can focus on God. It's pretty neat.
And then you get to the middle.
Yeah. So something kind of fun you can do with your finger labyrinth is, if you have any glue at home, if you follow along all of the black lines with glue, then you can actually close your eyes and pray your finger labyrinth, because you'll be able to close your eyes and move. Once the glue dries, it'll create a path for you. And I think in their directions they tell you, you could also do it with yarn or other ways too, but I think glue is really enough if you have some glue at home. And you can actually combine your 5-finger prayer with your finger labyrinth, because you can use your thumb as you go through the labyrinth to be praying for people closest to you, and each of your fingers that way. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So that is the week 1 prayer activity. I hope that your household will have an opportunity to use that, to take some time, set some time aside to seek the Lord.
Yeah.